Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Montee and Joe Show. This is episode 10. My name is Joe Greats, football coach at Cape Fear High School. Here with, as always, my boy,
Flashy Mo.
Yeah. I had to join in this time, a little bit of singing. We have cause to sing. We have beaten Southview 36-14, and we are now
10-0.
10-0 for the first time in school history. Wow, that's big. Started a little shaky Friday night. Had a tough one. Got down 14-0. Offense wasn't clicking. Defense wasn't in it 100%. We had paratroopers coming in. We had smoke. We had great pregame speeches. We had all the workings of a great senior night. And then we stepped on the field and it was like, whoa, what's going on? We need to sit back and recollect. So we came into halftime, some energetic speeches from Buck and Coach Hall. Defensively, not a whole lot of adjustment. Just, hey, we need to fix this and let's do it. Buck was definitely enthused in the room. So we come out, we held him to 6 yards in the second half. Pretty dominating in the second half. No points. Offense scores 36 unanswered. You had a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
A couple of big catches. Was really impressed with you. You look good. AJ had a couple of big ones. Tyler McCoy comes up with a couple of huge catches and his first touchdown of the year. It was great. So the passing attack, which everybody said was the big question mark of our team. Not for us. I mean, we know we've got really good receivers and a beast of a quarterback. So I think we showed people, hey, we're going to answer those questions. Big fourth down stop in the second quarter allowed us back into the game. They went for it inside their own 20 on 4th and 1. Big Joey Saldana comes up with a tackle for loss, turned the ball over on downs. Next play, we score. Was that your touchdown? Or was that AJ, that first one?
AJ.
Okay, AJ scored the first one. That changed the game, How about that? What are your thoughts here?
It was a great team win. We went for two times and made it. The passing attack was on point. And Malik came out with a huge return that led to a score.
To start the second half, yeah. He was big time, man. You were on that return.
Yes.
Made a key block. A lot of key block. Darius had a crushing block, man, coming up on that one. But it worked just like it was drawn up by the coaching staff.
Yes, sir.
It was great scheme. Wink, wink. So, yeah, it was definitely a great team win, like you said. So this week we've got Pine Forest. We're wrapping up the regular season. Pine Forest is 7-3. They're solid. It's going to be their senior night. They're going to be excited. They've got a good quarterback. The Hill kid can throw. They've got number 5, the Carter guy. That's AC's cousin, right?
Yes.
AC, our former player. His cousin is one of the receivers on their team. He's a good athlete, just like his cousin was. And we're looking forward to facing him. What are your thoughts defensively that you guys have seen on film?
They have a strong defensive line, very aggressive.
Yeah.
And they're a solid team overall.
Yeah. They seem obviously well coached, strong on the defensive line. The coach's son is obviously there at the defensive end position. He's pretty big. Number 7, plays the game hard. So, yeah, they're definitely a solid team. Looking forward to taking the field and matching up against them.
So, Coach, who is our final guest of the regular season?
I'm glad you asked that, Monty. We have none other than Fayetteville Observer's own Miss Jacqueline Shambaugh. So let's bring her on right now. Yay! All right, hey, welcome to Monty and Joe Show. Good to have you.
Much, yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to drive all the way across town, across the river to join us.
Yeah, no problem.
So, Jackie, you work for the Fayetteville Observer.
I do.
And you have now taken over for the legend, Earl Vaughn. How's that going?
Well, I think it's going pretty well. I don't know what the readers would say. They're really the ones who would probably have a stronger opinion about that. I'm enjoying it. Earl did a lot of work. He's irreplaceable, honestly, and has 44 years of institutional knowledge that, I've got a long, long way to go before I can even come close to. But, I enjoy the work. I like reporting on high school sports. I like interacting with the coaches and the players, so I'm loving it.
Good, excellent.
So what made you want to be a journalist?
I don't know when I ever even made the decision to be a journalist. I did not go to school for journalism or even communications. I have an English degree.
That's really funny. I have a degree in communication.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, let's switch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could do what I do.
You teach English. And
Yeah.
I'll
Let's
be
do
a
that.
journalist.
Yeah, next time, next year maybe. Anyway, I got out of college and I considered going back for grad school or maybe looking at teaching as a career. And in the meantime, the Fayetteville Observer ran an ad looking for high school sports writers, and I thought it was something I could do. I called and had what is probably historically the worst telephone interview ever. Sports editor, any experience working for newspapers? No. Not even like school newspapers? No. Still no. I think I didn't answer no to every question.
Good job.
Except, can you be available
Yeah.
on Friday night? Yes, I can. So that was 2006. I was a correspondent, like freelance writer for the paper for 4 years, and then they hired me full time in 2010. So I've been full time for 6 years now, but covering high school sports here for about 10 years total.
Well, in those 10 years, like, what have been some highlights, like, of your career?
I get to do a lot of stuff. I'm I'm outside a lot. You know what I mean? That's one of the best things about this job. But, I've gotten to see, kids succeed over and over again. It's always heartbreaking when you see some losses, but, I've covered a lot of state championship games. And then just working in sports, I've gotten to do some really cool things above and beyond covering high school sports. I got to cover that Fort Bragg Major League Baseball game when the Braves and the Mets came and played. I've covered an NBA game, exhibition game here at the Crown. Michael Jordan was in the house. I saw him at a distance. He was over there.
That's cool.
We were breathing the same air, I'm sure of it. I've gotten to do some very cool things. And then there are some kind of perks of the job. I kind of set my own schedule. Get to work from home a lot, things like that.
Good. It's funny you told the story, mentioned Michael Jordan, because we had Earl on, a couple months ago, one of our earlier episodes. He actually told the story about Michael Jordan, too. So
Getting the autograph. Earl you won't believe the stuff he has. He just, has autographs from all these famous people, pictures of him with, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and stuff, and you're just like, how do you... he's Earl.
His parting gift to me was actually an autographed picture of one of his speeches that he
Is
printed
that
out.
right?
Yeah. He actually, something happened with the printer and it printed out all binary code. So, he's like, I'm going to have a hard time with this one. Good luck. And he signed it, so it's kind of funny.
Did you frame it? Put it up?
I'm getting ready to.
Okay, I'm going to come back later and check.
It's going to be mad at the frame, but I'm
Okay.
going to put it right in my office.
Good,
so.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, Mont?
So what is your favorite sport to cover?
I really don't have I don't have a sport I dislike covering. Let me just state that, to start with. I do really.
Softball? I mean, not that you dislike.
Oh, I cover so much softball.
You're a
What are you
former
talking
softball
about?
player. I figured it would be one of your
softball is a lot of fun. I think my favorite sport to cover is probably basketball, though. It's fast. It doesn't require a whole lot of stats. Football's fun, but it's pretty stat heavy.
Yeah.
And it's a major crunch against deadline. Basketball's over early. It's indoors in the winter.
Yes.
And I like sports where I am right there at field level or court level or whatever. Covering football, it's very hard to cover it from the sideline. I've done it. So it's kind of, by default, I'm up in the press box, which kind of removes you from the emotions of the action. Yeah, exactly. So basketball has that great atmosphere. And so does softball and baseball because you're right there at the field.
Sometimes being removed from that emotion and action is good.
It can be good. It can be good. Although, you want to enjoy it as much as you can.
Absolutely. And in the end, we usually enjoy it as coaches, and I know Mont as a player does. Any thoughts on this week? Big games? Something that something you're going to cover, or you're looking forward to seeing? Any predictions or spoilers you want to give?
No spoilers, man. Strict rules there. Well, our game of the week is going to be, Cape Fear Pine Forest. Obviously, this is a historic season for the Cape Fear football program. You guys doing really good things here. But Pine Forest is a dangerous team, and I think it's important that we be out here whatever happens. So, and then we have, the Cape Fear Valley 3A conference is just
it's
all over the place. It really is, which is fantastic. It's made it really fun to follow through the whole season.
Yeah, this last week is going to be really exciting for that conference.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you got 3 teams. You got a potential for a 4-way tie. That's something that's not happened before in that conference. So.
Terry Sanford's got Southern Lee, right?
Yeah, so you got Southern Lee, Westover, Lee County, all with a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Sanford with two
Two
losses,
losses.
but is facing Southern Lee. So if you had Lee County lose and Southern Lee lose to Terry Sanford and then Westover lose, which I find that I would be shocked if this happened, but
Yeah.
if the potential is there
Wow.
for a 4-way tie.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. Good stuff. Good stuff happening here in
Yeah.
Cumberland County.
Very much so. Very much so. Well, Jackie, thanks for well, we're thanking you for being on our show.
Yeah,
It was great to have you, for taking the time to come and be with us. That was pretty awesome. Pine Forest Friday night, 7 o'clock at Pine Forest. Be there. It's going to be awesome. As Jackie just said, it's going to be the game of the week. That's news to us. That's cool. It's always nice to know. You can follow Jackie at Jacqueline Shambaugh
At
on
Jacqueline
Twitter.
Shambaugh,
And
absolutely.
Montel's going to pull it right over.
Right there. Follow me.
Nice.
Good. Okay.
Okay, there we go. I will contribute. Yeah.
You can follow me at Have a Great Stay
Oh,
on
is
Twitter.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It's gonna
they're
be,
there?
It's gonna be right
Oh,
here.
yes.
Okay. Good.
Yes, okay.
That's all we got. Come see us Friday night. Greats out.
We spotted the ocean at the head of the trail. Where are we going? So far away. Somebody